What's going on, everyone? It's time for the digital huddle today, and what a great fun time it's been at church lately, right? Last Sunday was Jersey Sunday, and so many of you were dressed up in your football jerseys and basketball jerseys. I saw hockey jerseys and all kinds of jerseys, and it was just a fun weekend. We had the football competitions outside and all this stuff. It was such a great weekend. And then this weekend we had the men's breakfast on Saturday. And so guys, make sure you're signed up and be a part of that because it's going to be awesome. And then on Sunday we're kicking off all the different groups. And so we have freedom groups kicking off. And if you haven't gone through freedom, I say it all the time because I truly believe this. If you haven't gone through freedom, make sure you go through freedom. It will change your life. It will make you a better you. It will help you start walking down that path that God designed you to walk. And so make sure you sign up for freedom. If you have not done that yet, make that a priority in your life this semester. And so many things though. And so today I want to get into the book again. We've been talking about how to be a rhino. Right? How to live life intentionally and be a rhino and charge after your goals and instead of being a cow and just being out in the pasture of life and allowing life to happen to you, be a rhino in charge. And so last week I talked about charging through to your financial goals, right? We talked about how it ties into your finances and tithing and how important that is, but it really does a lot of practical things in your life too, right? But then today I want to look just briefly at how to be a rhino charging at work. I mean, the fact is that we all want to work and have a job doing something that we really truly enjoy. And maybe you can say that. Maybe you're like, man, I get up every day and I'm pumped up and ready to be at work. And I'm not saying that every moment is a magical moment at work, but maybe you get up and feel like, man, I am so fulfilled. I get to go do this today. And maybe you don't. And maybe for you, you got to kind of find that thing that you have a passion for, so you could do that as well. But I want to talk a little bit about whether you do or don't have a passion for your work. How can you be a rhino in your work? Now, when it comes down to choosing a job, I had a mentor and coach in my life before. Whenever I was looking between going to Colorado Springs to be a kids pastor at the time, or to go to Mississippi to a small town there to be a kids pastor at the time, I was looking at the locations, and at that time I really enjoyed snowboarding, so I thought Colorado Springs, that's the one, right? It was a good church. But then I was also looking at Mississippi and going like, there's literally nothing there that I would enjoy. But there was something about that church that I really liked. And my mentor and coach at the time, he said, look, Mike, you need to pay more attention to the people you're going to do life with than the location that you'll be living, because that will determine whether or not you feel fulfilled each day. And sure enough, man, they were right. I started paying more attention to the people. Not that the people in Colorado Springs were bad or anything. Like, they were wonderful people, but I connected more with the people in Mississippi. And so we made that decision to move to Mississippi at the time, and God did all kinds of crazy, amazing things for years there, and we got to be a part of that. It was a privilege to be a part of so much of what God was doing in small town Mississippi. But so pay more attention to the people you're doing life with than the location you're at. I promise you, like, you might be saying, well, the job I'm doing, I'm just not fulfilled because it's this type of job. But really, what might make you feel more fulfilled is the people you're surrounding yourself with at that job. And maybe it's those people are at that specific location are not the ones that you need to be doing that. Maybe you need to transfer to a place that has the type of people that you can do life with and be fulfilled, because it's about the people more than it is about the location. That's the first thing about being a rhino. Charge after that place those goals at work, because you're going to be able to reach your goals better if you are getting up in the morning going like, I got this, we're doing this, we're a team, we're going to make it, right? Here's the second part, though, and I want you to really jump into this part, because this is in the book, and it's really important that we grab hold of this, because so oftentimes we make excuses for why we don't want to be at a place, or why we don't want to work somewhere or with certain people. I want to challenge you, regardless if you love waking up every single morning and going to work, or if you don't. Either way, how do you be a rhino at work? You choose to create the atmosphere that you want to work in. Whew, that's hard, isn't it? You choose to create that atmosphere. That means that regardless of the other personalities that are at your job, regardless of the highs and the lows and the positivity and the negativity and the goals, and regardless of all of those things, you choose to get up as a rhino every single morning and say, today I'm going to walk into work with a big old smile. I'm going to be joyful. When someone is negative, I'm going to spin it and be positive. I'm going to see this as an opportunity, right? It's an opportunity for me to go and make a difference in this place. What if I could help create the atmosphere and the culture that I want to work in? So that's how you be a rhino in your workplace. You help stir things up and help point it in the direction that you wish that you could be a part of. And so I want to challenge you today. Be a rhino. Charge after some goals. What are your goals? I want you to write them down. We've been talking about this. You can't reach the goals that you don't know where you're charging at, right? You can't just charge all over the place. So write down some goals. Hey, I want my workplace to be like this. I want my coworkers to be like this. And then go and be that to all of them. Be that joyful person that everyone's excited to see. Be that person where everyone's like, what is wrong with them? They are always happy. Like, what if you could always walk in and just be the light of Christ with your actions, with your love, with your patience, right? And what if you could show everyone else this other thing? When they start to gossip, like, oh man, did you hear that so-and-so, blah, 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 blah. What if you spun everything into this opportunity to be positive and change the culture of where you work? Can you just imagine what your workplace would be like? Do the same thing when you're serving. When you walk in, if someone on your team's like, there's just not enough people on the team today, we only have 4. Well, then we got the 4 best people, right? The MVPs. We're gonna greet every single person at every single door. I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna greet 25 people this service. Watch, right? Make it fun. Have a good time serving with each other. Be the people who walk in saying, I'm going to be positive. I'm going to be joyful. I'm going to set the culture today. And I'm going to set it at a level that's so high because I am just so excited that I get to be up today with this day that God has created. I'm excited I get to be serving. I'm excited I get to go to work. I got a job. I'm excited that I get to go do this today. What if we could change our perspective and lead the people around us with our actions? That's the challenge today. Be a rhino. Don't be a cow, because a cow just sits in the pasture and lets life happen to it. Charge, charge, charge after your goals. I love you guys. I can't wait to see you. If it's Saturday at the men's breakfast or Sunday, either way, I can't wait to see you. It's going to be a great weekend. Bye, guys.